Chargers. There's a lot that I think we need to discuss. There's a lot I think we need to discuss. There's a lot we need to go over. Um, Specifically from a point of, I want to say, coaching, right? We can start there. We can talk about in regards to why we allowed the Chargers, who just lost to the Raiders, who were blown out by the Raiders, put up 22 points. Control the time possession, 33 minutes and 4 seconds. We got 7 minutes and 16 seconds on the penalties. Let me just close this out here. Uh, what is that? Red zone attempts, 2 for 3. They were 1 and 3. What else? Rushing attempts. We had 30 for 3.5. They had 27 for 3.6. This was a sloppy game. It was an ugly win. And I know a lot of people are, happy. Oh, yes, we got the win, but we still have to break down everything that happened in the game so we can understand how we're going to move forward when it comes to the Patriots, the Dolphins, and then ultimately getting into the playoffs moving forward. But before I do that, quick shout out to Jacob. Shout out to you, man. Happy birthday, bro. I forget about you. You're primarily the reason why I did this video because I wanted to give you a shout out. Shout out to you. Your happy birthday, man. Much love. But yeah, I also wanted to address this as far as with the Bills. Now, I love how everybody's been hating on Gabe Davis so much, right? Oh, we should get rid of Gabe. We should leave Gabe alone. And I told you guys time and time and time again. Gabe Davis shows up when you need him to the most, primarily when we get to later in the season and then we get to the playoffs. Tonight, my man balled out, right? My man balled out. He put up 20 sorry, he put up 4 receptions for 130 yards, 1 touchdown. His long was 57. He was targeted 6 times. You guys want to talk about efficiency, you want to talk about all the kind of stuff in regards to Gabe Davis. He shows up when they need him to, when he did that tonight. Let's get in everybody else. Shakir, 3 receptions on 45 yards, 16 was his long, 3 targets. Stephon Diggs, who just magically got it together tonight. He had 5 receptions on 8 targets, 29 yards. His long was 11. Dawson Knox had 2 receptions on 2 targets, 26 yards. His long was 17. Kincaid was kind of like not really involved tonight. He had 1 reception for 7 yards. His long was 7, but he had 2 targets. So once again, when you understand how the Bills need to play offense in regards to moving the ball around, getting the ball to Gabe Davis, getting the ball to Shakir, getting the ball to Diggs, getting Kincaid involved, getting Knox involved, then you start seeing them actually play better as a complete football team and have that chemistry working. On the flip side, right, when you talk about the running and things like that, I like what I've seen out of Fournette. I like the combination with him and Cook. Can we talk about the fumbles, right? Obviously, we we need James Cook to really run some drills or something because the ball security is very very important. I think there was 3 times that he lost the ball and it didn't turn out good. So we can't have that moving forward into these Patriots, Miami, and especially in the playoffs. So hey, listen, if we need to sit James Cook back and let Fournette work, and then keep James in the back for now, just so he can adjust some things and get more developed as far as ball security. I think that's needed because listen, at the end of the day, this game could have went either way, and that's the biggest problem. That's the biggest problem that I have. When you sit there and you look back and you go back and look at the highlights and you look at this game, we put the ball in Tyler Bass's hand to win it? Are you kidding me? The kicker who misses is not consistent at all. We needed Tyler Bass to win the game. Now, granted, it was as close as we could possibly be for that kick. But would you have preferred Tyler Bass in that situation from the 35? At the 37? Hell, at the 40? Hell no. Everybody would have been shitting bricks. And that's the reality of it. We need to play better. We need to play dominant. And people get so mad because I get on Sean McDermott in regards to coaching the defense. We're running a zone and we're getting crushed in the zone and we don't adjust. We don't fix what we need to. And that's why you get these big, Oh, Easton Stick running for 15 yards. Easton Stick running for 21 yards. Oh, that's another pickup by Eckler for 15 yards. Oh, that's a big pickup. Who? Listen, I keep getting on Sean McDermott because he's not the guy to get the job done for the defense. All right. You want to talk about whether or not Sean McDermott is a good guy and a good coach? Fine. I'll give you that to a degree. As an overall person, he's a great guy. I have respect for Sean McDermott as a human being. At the end of the day, when it comes to the defense, please hire a defensive coordinator who knows what the hell they're doing and coach the team. You work with Joe Brady, you work with your defensive coordinator, and you coach the overall team. But you running the defense is not working. It's not working. And that's why we have a situation where the Bills won 24-22 tonight. That's the reality of it. Let me get into some of these comments. Shout out to the Miz. Says Jay, why is Gabe Davis used like that first Chris Henry was for Carson Palmer and the Bengals? I think at the end of the day, when you look at Gabe Davis's play style, he's he's great at route running. He's had some issues as far as right catching the ball, but at the end of the day, like I said, he always comes out of nowhere in the big games when you need him. Because best believe if we don't get the touchdown by Gabe Davis, we lose this game. This game will be a loss without Gabe. Uh, Shout out to you, Purple. What's going on, Jafaro? Says exactly, Jay. I've been sick. I miss you all. I hope you get well, Purple. Shante says the Bills should have almost lost to a backup quarterback. They should have blown them out after getting 63 put on them last week. And that's my point, right? People are looking at this like, oh, a win's a win. Well, no, it's really not. Because the Raiders destroyed the Chargers by 63 points. So you mean to tell me that this Raiders team is better than us in regards to playing the Chargers? Hell no. Where where do we stop saying that, oh, it's okay just because we won by 2 points, and realize that that's not going to cut it when you go up against the Ravens, when you go up against the Chiefs, when you go up against a 49ers? Because here's the reality of it. If we do get to the Super Bowl, which is going to be a long shot, you can't play like this. You can't make these kind of mistakes on defense. You can't allow this other team to have 33 minutes of possession with the ball. You've got to make the proper adjustments to get that ball back out of their hands. And when you keep letting this team convert on third down, your defense is going to be tired as hell when the fourth quarter comes. I'm not a head coach, y'all, but I've been watching the game. I've studied the game long enough to understand that if you don't make the necessary adjustments needed to go out there and win, you're going to have games like this every week. And guess what? Your luck is going to dry up. Your luck is going to dry up. I It's really hard for me to even really say, "All right, yay, we won. Let's go." It's hard for me to say that. Granted, I'm happy with the win, but it's really hard to sit here and be like, "Yeah, let's go. We're going to the playoffs." And we're putting up 24 points against Easton Stick. Let me say that one more time. Easton Stick. Do you know how mad I am that I have to say that name? Stick. What the? Yeah, I had to I had to control myself. I got kids on the live. Shout out to Mrs. J. He's got size and speed. Put him in the slot and let him go wild. Exactly. Right. Where's the creativity? Right? Where's the creativity? Where's the ingenuity specifically in the play calling? Where is on defense? Let's go ahead and just take the safeties and get creative in these packages. Because right now, from what I'm seeing, every week we're getting crushed. We're getting crushed. We're getting hurt every week in the secondary. And there's always this excuse of, well, we're injured, Jay. We got all these injuries. Listen, we've been injured since last year. It's the same thing. So, if I was to sit here and be like, if I was to sit here and stream once a week, and I was just like, you know what, guys, I'm sorry, I can't stream this week. I'm sick. I'm sick. I can't do it, you guys. And then like you're like, oh, okay, Jay, you know what? It's all right, Jay. It's all right, Jay. We'll see you on the next one. And then that next week, I'm like, oh man, guys, I'm sick. I can't stream again. You would start to credit, or you would start to discredit me as my work ethic and what I'm able to put into this. And it's the same damn thing on the field when it comes to managing a defense. You can't keep using oh, we got injuries. We got people that's not in the secondary. Well, guess what? You've got 52 men on the roster. Figure it out. Figure out who. It's a chess game. Who are you going to use on the board when that piece that you used to use was so great to you? Who's going to step up? And if you don't know, then what the hell are you doing as a coach? And if you don't have the right people to step up, well, maybe you need to figure it out. Maybe you need to get with your general manager and figure out, hey, we need to pick up different players on the defense. Maybe we need to restructure some contracts. Maybe we need to stop paying old veteran players so much money when they're not doing shit on defense. Y'all want to get into that conversation, yo. Oh, but I love Von Miller, Jay. Y'all don't want to get into that. Y'all want to get into that. How much money we owe Von Miller? What is he doing? Hmm? How about the tripping call by Morse? What are you doing? We need this win. You making stupid mistakes and you tripping people? Come on, man. Rally the troops. Trust the process. Listen, I'm gonna bleed blue. Well, today I was bleeding red. I'm gonna bleed blue to the casket drop. And at the end of the day, I'm gonna be a Bills fan when Sean McDermott is gone and whoever else is coaching the team. I'll be supporting the team then. The reality is this: we need a defensive coordinator, not a head coach who thinks he can coach the defense. I respect Sean McDermott as the coach. Please, sir, pick up a defensive coordinator who knows what the hell they're doing. Because the way that this is going, every week, people are sitting there on the edge of their seats hoping that we don't lose instead of knowing that we have a good shot of winning. There you go. Shout out to Corey. Says, I appreciate that you're honest about your team. I agree. I'm not a Bills fan, but I love your loyalty and real talk. Shout out to you, Corey. Listen, at the end of the day, that's the reality of it, man. I don't sugarcoat it. I don't sit there and, put on a fake face and because it's entertainment. I keep it real. A lot of people they don't know how to do that, right? They feel like, "Oh, well, if I speak real, then I'm going to lose the people." You guys seen last night for those who were in the stream, I got called out for what I said about Sean McDermott 3 weeks ago. I'm in front of 4,000 people. I stand on what I say. And I still mean it. I don't think he's the man for the job. I'm seeing it every week. Can he be that guy? Do I want him to be that guy? Would I prefer to see Sean McDermott hold up the trophy at the end of the year? Hell yeah. But if he can't do it, and if he's not capable of putting together a proper game plan and stop looking unprepared, then we need to figure something else out. Because loyalty only goes so far if the person's not reciprocating what they're supposed to and what they're paid to do. Shout out to Bills fan 1970. Right now, it's just all straight facts. Shout out to you, bro. Shout out to you. Astrology says loyalty is most often a weakness. Listen, do you know how many people? So I put up the Sean McDermott stat. I think like 3 weeks ago now. 3 weeks ago, it was before the Kansas City game, and this is when everyone was basically talking about whether or not, Sean McDermott should still be the coach if the Bills don't make it to the playoffs. And I made my stat, and some people felt some kind of way. They got mad about it, which is fine. I get it. But I don't bite my tongue. We could talk about it. We could debate all that kind of stuff. You guys know I'm an open door. So at the end of the day, it was like, okay, I said what I said. It didn't come from a place of hate. It didn't come from a place of being a piece of shit. It came from a place of saying, yo, like, he needs to get it together. This is tough love. Like, you're getting paid almost 10 millions of dollars to go out there and coach this team to get to a Super Bowl. You're not getting paid $10 million a year to just go out there and clap your hands real loud and real hard and have a smug look on your face. You're getting paid $10 million to get this team and these fans and this city a Lombardi. We have the talent to do it. We have the quarterback to do it. And right now, I think we have the offensive coordinator to do it. We need to get this defense together. And that's the reality of it. Hate me for it, love me for it. Y'all know what time it is. That's just the reality of it. And that's what I stand on. That is what I stand on. So with that said, ladies and gentlemen, obviously, uh great win for the Bills. It was an ugly win, but it was a great win. And tomorrow's gonna be the Cowboys and the Dolphins. So we'll see how that one goes. And make sure you guys lock it in. Have yourself a great Christmas. And give you guys a shot of the tree before I look at this tree. This tree is beautiful, ain't it? I love this tree. This tree. Seven that was 8 feet. 8 feet Fraser. It's real nice. We do the real trees. We do the real trees. I love the real trees. And it's always a fun experience Christmas time. Christmas time. Jason said I called the over on that game. Shout out to you, bro. Astrology says Jerry Jones gave us the Dallas game, so we are. He said gave. Jason says Von Miller has not been the same since leaving Denver. Yeah, man. Selvage says go Cowboys. Purple says gorgeous. Shout out to you, Purple. Jacob says, what are your thoughts on the Browns Texans game tomorrow? CJ Stroud is out. Yeah, CJ Stroud is out. So I think Browns take care of business. Shout out to you, Rodney. Merry Christmas, man. Thank you for the love. Shout out to you guys. Astrology says there is zero loyalty to any player with a broken leg. Rodney says, been on your strings for going on 2 years. You always speak the truth and the facts. Yeah, man. Without a doubt. Listen, I can't do it any other way. Like when I first started when I first started commentating and doing the streams and stuff like that and talking about sports in general, I never I never sat there and said like, oh, like, I'm gonna just entertain and, you know, be like these other guys. I said, no, I want to bring together a real community of people who love sports and we can interact and we can talk and just be like one big family. And 60 almost 64,000 subscribers later, that's where we are. And we've maintained that. We've had our little issues just like anybody else would, but we've maintained that, that structure. And at the end of the day, that's what it's always going to be. That's what it's always going to be. So Jay, what are you getting the kids this Christmas? Man, listen. So we got we got all kinds of gifts wrapped up in the basement. There's gifts in the back room. There's stuff everywhere, man. All kinds of stuff. Toys, clothes, shoes, tons of stuff, man. Tons of stuff. Shout out to Luann says, hey Jay, does McDermott decide if we need a defensive coordinator? Can the Pagulas make the decision? Yeah, so at the end of the day, all all he has to do is go to Bean and say, "Hey, I think we should get a defensive coordinator," and then they'll probably have the conversation with Pagula, and then at that point they figure it out. Right, your head coach is going to have the pool that they need, as well as the general manager to bring in the personnel that they need to be successful. So if Sean McDermott was to come out and be like, "Hey, listen." I feel like we need a defensive coordinator. They then have that meeting. They figure out where they can pull money from if they need to, and then they could make that happen. But to not make it happen, um, it really starts making me question, like, well, why? Why? At some point, if something's not working for you, or if you don't have the ability to take on that task and be successful at it, pass it on to somebody else. It's the same thing in corporate America. If you're at a job and you're overwhelmed, right? You'll have people just get drowned and then they'll go quit, right? They're like, you know what, I'm done. I can't do it no more. It's too much work for me. Or they'll pass it on to somebody else that can get it done. Pass the job on if you can't do it. It's not that hard. Shout out to Shantae says I hate. Try to read this here. Uh Come on, I can't see. Says I hate that people who got on you for speaking the truth. There is nothing wrong with criticizing your own team. Listen, well, here's the thing, Shante. Shout out to you though. I criticize all 32, so it's not just like I'm picking on one team, right? Especially the home team. I would probably say I do criticize my own team because I want to see us be successful, right? I want to see us go out there and be great. But we talk about all 32. You guys know that. So when the Bills Mafia, which I'm a part of, right? When the Bills Mafia decide to like come at me for certain things and certain people come out who don't know me, it's funny to me because I'm like, yo, like I've been in the Bills Mafia for almost 40 years. So what are we talking about? What are we talking about? You mad at me because I got an opinion? And majority of the time it's on Facebook and they don't really know. And then when they go over to YouTube, it get real quiet. It get real quiet when they go over to YouTube. They're like, "Oh, yo, you got 63,000 over there. All right, all right." Uh, Shout out to McKim says yes, they will beat Miami. Let's go says, do you think the Bills will beat Miami in Week 18? Um, Divisional rival games are always crazy, always intense. It's always a battle. We already beat Miami. Do I think it's going to be easy at the end of the season with the playoff implications and all that? I don't think it's going to be easy, but I definitely think we should take care of business. Says there is no more Pagula Plural. She is out of commission. We are stuck with Terry Frecker, king of the mafia. Jacob says, Jay, I'm going to the Cavs Bucks game for my birthday. I'm hyped to see Giannis and Dame. Let's go, bro. Shout out to you. Let's go, man. Joe Lotto says, Jay, nice win, way closer than I thought it would be, but a win is a win. Not to me. Not to me. Shout out to you, Luann. Much love, much love. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. D Daddy says, Jay, show us your feet. What? Yo, are you serious? It's like, show us your feet, Jay. Show us your feet. How much money has the NFL sucked out of Western New York? Well, with this new stadium, you know, we'll see. We'll see how much after this new stadium. Because at the end of the day, what's the point of having a new stadium if you don't win a Super Bowl, right? Right. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, have a good night. Rant's over. I'll see you all tomorrow. Cowboys, Dolphins. Like I said, we'll be doing it a little bit different tomorrow because I'll probably be on the move. So yeah. So yeah. Shout out to Shantae. Since people on YouTube say I might get in trouble, there's 63,000 in here. Yo, listen. You know what's funny is I think when whoever it was when they made that comment, I was literally hoping that nobody jumped on it because 9 times out of 10, someone is going to jump on that. Like the community's so big now. Somebody's like, they'll see that, like, what? Get it out of here. It's just deleted immediately. And I'd be like, nah, chill. Like, I want to respond. I want to respond to it, but the Wrench Gang beyond, they'd be like, nah, yo, let's get it out of here. Get it out of here. We won't even want to see it. And I do love everybody in the Wrench Gang for that. It's been great. It's been great. But sometimes I'd be like, yo, I wanna I'm ready for the smoke. I'm ready for the smoke. But there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, tomorrow we got the Cowboys in Miami. Cowboys and the Dolphins. Going to be a great one. That's going to be at 4 o'clock, so that it's good. I like the early games. Late games, it'll be all late and stuff, and I like the midday games. They're fun, and we'll have a good time. So shout out to you guys. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the support. I'll see you all tomorrow. Everybody, have yourself a great, great evening, and happy holidays to you and your family. Peace out.